Assalamu alaikum children, and welcome to another episode of Qasasul Atfal. My name is Samira and I'll be keeping you company for the next hour. This is our special time where we get to learn the fun way. We read stories, we watch cartoons, and we learn about everything around us. Come a little closer, hold my hand. Let's go to that special place where we have so much fun. Let's learn about Islam and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's dream about Jannah and find ways to make Allah happy. Today, children, let's start off with a special surprise, a guest in studio. But first, it's time for a break. Welcome back, children. Look, we have a guest in studio. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
And what's your name?
Salma Sarang.
Okay, and where are you from?
Tunisia.
Okay, which school do you go to?
Lions High.
And do you enjoy school?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's good, mashallah. And tell me, what's your favorite subject?
Maths.
Maths also. Wow, that's amazing. And tell me, what do you do for fun?
I read a lot.
You read a lot. So are you going to be reading a story for us today? Okay, you can start.
The Princess Without a Palace. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom with an ancient prophecy that spoke of a princess without a palace. The prophecy said that as soon as the princess found her palace, she would be the wisest and fairest queen there had ever been. The kingdom had a royal family who had lived in a beautiful place for generations. But there was a great earthquake which destroyed the palace and killed the king and queen. Their two daughters, Princess Salma and Princess Zanira, managed to survive. After this tragedy, Salma understood that she, being the elder sister, might be the princess mentioned in the prophecy. Accompanied by her sister, Salma devoted all her time to finding the new palace. During their travels, they met a wise man who gave them an old key that would open the palace doors. "I have no idea where the palace will be," said the old man. "All I know is that you should try and keep the key wherever you seek it." And Salma went with her sister, trying the key on all the palace doors they found. Where there were no more places to try, they thought maybe the palace would just be some large, important house. But neither did the key fit in any of those. Fed up, the sisters lost hope of ever finding their palace.
Wow, they lived in a palace and then they had no palace anymore, and now they have to find another palace. These poor sisters. Children, do you think they're going to find a palace? And why are we reading the story? Is there a special moral behind the story? Well, if you want to find out, I'm sure you'd like to tell us. We'll first have to go for a quick break. Welcome back, children. Welcome back. And tell me, are you going to read us the rest of the story?
Si.
I'm so excited to see what happens with the beautiful princess. Go ahead.
Fed up, the sisters lost hope of ever finding their palace. They had spent so much time away, traveling and searching, that no one now missed them. Neither did they have any money or jewels left, and when they arrived in a poor village, they had to work in the fields alongside all the poor people. Not knowing the sisters were royalty, took them in as though they were two homeless orphans. The sisters lived there for some years. They worked hard. They knew what hunger was and how difficult life could be. But people loved them so much that they came to be very happy, and they gradually forgot their royal past. One night, while tidying Salma's things, Zanira found her old key. Amused, she took it to her sister, and they thought about their search for their own magnificent palace. "There still must be some palace hidden in some little forest, just waiting for us to find it," said Salma with a glimmer of hope. Well, you know what I think, answered the younger sister, that I don't need anything else to be happy. We spent months traveling from castle to castle to love the life of queens. But I have never been so happy as I am now, even though we don't have much. If I had to choose a palace, she continued, joyfully dancing about by the door, it would be this little cabin, she ended, laughing. And with a solemn gesture, placing the key in the cabin door. Just then the room filled with lights and music, and from the old door arose a wonderful palace filled with life and color. The place became totally transformed. There were fountains, gardens, and animals. The village people marveled at all of this. The only thing which remained as it has been was the cabin door, reminding everyone of how Zanira the Wonderful, which was what they called their wise queen, had found that in the simple, humble life lay the doorway to happiness, not only for herself, but for all the inhabitants in the land.
Imagine that, turning from a poor little girl and then becoming a strong princess and the queen of the kingdom just by being happy with what she has. And that's so true. When you thank Allah for what you have and you say Alhamdulillah, then for that Allah will reward you with so much more. Are you happy with everything you have?
Gee.
Do you say Shukr Alhamdulillah?
Every day.
That's good, mashallah. Children, take that advice and you say Shukr Alhamdulillah too. If you do, then for that Allah will reward you. And what better reward than getting happiness in this world and the akhirah, inshallah. But we've come to the end of another show. Don't worry, we'll be back again soon. Don't forget to email me on samira@itvnetworks.tv. Until next time, fi amanillah, assalamu alaikum and tata.